Morning guys, one last conversion that we need to be able to do is circle graphs. We got to be able to take data that's presented to us in a table and turn it into a circle graph. So let's use what we just did with pictographs and line plots and do exactly the same thing. We're just going to present the data just a little bit differently. Let's take a look. So in this example we have, it looks like 5 families that have cars. And these are families from church. So it looks like we got the Jones family, the Smith family, the Williams family, the Evans family, and the Carter family. Okay? So we're looking at how many cars they own. And I think if we first take the totals and we add them up, part plus part plus part makes whole. If we add them all up, I think we've got a total of 32 cars. So the Jones family owns 8 cars out of the 32. Same thing with the Smith family. Same thing with the Williams family. Now the Evans family owns 4 out of the 32, and the Carter family also owns 4 out of the 32. Now a reminder, when we're taking data and we're turning it into a circle graph, we said we're going to be using halves, fourths, and eighths. So again, if we reduce this, I think this fraction is going to reduce to 1/4, which means this would be the same and this would be the same. And then we can divide 4 and 32 by 4, so I think these are going to come out to be 1/8. If you go back to that paper that I used with you the other day, we used this guy. We should be able to make our conversions of our fractions into our percents. So I think if we go ahead then, this guy is going to become 25%, 25%, 25%, 12.5%, and 12.5%. So it looks like the largest denominator that we have of our reduced fractions is 8. So we're going to need to take our circle and divide it into 8 parts. If you remember to do that the other day, we made our big plus sign. And on top of our big plus sign, we made our multiplication sign. And if you'll notice, I'm making these lines very light because I may need to, like we did the other day, erase some of those. Okay, so biggest denominator that we have is 8, so we're going to make everything into eighths. So if you remember, we reduced this fraction to 1/4, but if I turn it into eighths, I think this would become, what, 2/8? Same thing here, 2/8 and 2/8. Okay, so let's go ahead and do. If you remember the other day I said to you I start usually at 12 o'clock. So if I start at 12 o'clock on my circle, out of those 8 parts, 2 of them are going to go to the Jones family. So again, starting at 12 o'clock, I'm going to give the first one and the second one to the Jones family. So darken in this edge, darken in this edge, which means we can erase the line that's in the middle. So let's go ahead and erase this line that's in the middle. And this represents the number of cars that are owned by the Jones family. And we said that was 25% of the whole. It looks like the Smith family and the Williams family are exactly the same sizes. So again, next 2 parts is going to be the Smith family. So we'll give those 2 to the Smith family. Get rid of this line in the middle. We don't need that. So this will represent the Smith family. And they are also 25% of the whole. The Williams family is the same size, so we'll take the next 2, give those to the Williams family. And again, we don't need that line that's in the middle, so we'll erase that guy. And this section represents the Williams family. And I believe they are also 25% of the whole. And we only got 2 parts left, so hopefully with the data that we have, we don't have more than 2 pieces left. Looks like the Evans family, out of the 8 parts, the Evans family is going to get 1, and the Carter family is also going to get 1. So we can take those 2 parts that are left then, draw a nice line in between. We can make that one solid. And we can give 1 of these to the Evans family, and we can give 1 of these to the Carter family. And that's going to represent, I believe, 12.5%. 1/8 is the same thing as 12.5. So 12.5% here. 12.5% here. And the only thing left, guys, would take our title, which is cars owned by families at church, and make this our title of our circle graph. Cars owned by families at church. We've now taken data that's represented in a table and we turned it into a circle graph. Hope this helps.